What's going on, guys? Bengal again here, coming back at you with another video. Today back on Dolphins franchise after a very disappointing performance in the Super Bowl. The Bears were just the better team that day. They just beat us, and there's not really much else you can say about it. Their defense was dominant, and we just couldn't find the end zone as much as we needed to. We would end up losing by 10. Some things went their way that were unfortunate, like we blocked a field goal, and then they recovered it and ran it in for a touchdown about 30 yards. So that was a little bit disappointing. But you can't win them all. We've made 2 Super Bowls in the past 2 seasons. We came away with one of them. It's not fun if you win every game, but our team is in a pretty good spot. We're up to an 88 overall. And this, of course, is the off-season video. Now, I'm usually used to streaming these, but I need to get ahead on videos since I am headed back to New Jersey for the holiday season. So I really want to keep uploading in December for you guys, and I don't want to miss any upload dates. If you missed some of the previous episodes, Ray Stevens got up to Superstar X Factor, and he got the Most ability. Now, he also is coming up on 85 overall, which will unlock an ability slot, which I'm excited for. But Most is sick. I'd like to get that activated at some point. We've got a pretty solid team around us. Adam Winkler, star development as a backup tight end. Our defense looks great overall, but our cornerbacks played very poorly this past season, and I'm potentially looking to move some of them. Byron Murphy might be on the move. But, of course, we're headed into free agency. We're headed into the draft. Did Titus Avant go up to star development? I don't know. I think he may have already had that. No, he got it in Super Bowl week. Okay. Awesome. So Titus Avant now has star dev at strong safety. That's awesome. And then if you look in the draft, what's the one position we'd really like to improve is cornerback, maybe, just because Byron Murphy's been so terrible for us. Linebackers have played well. We're pretty set at edge now. I think the interior of our defensive line is pretty good. Maybe could get some more competition in there over Christian Wilkins. Our offensive line is fairly good, although Zane Herron is bad. We could use a receiver. Receiver could be an area that we go after. So it could be a very interesting draft, very interesting free agency. But we do need to make some tough decisions on players to bring back. Minkah Fitzpatrick definitely needs to return. We do have some money to do it. He's only 25 years old, superstar development. And there was some hate about him playing this season, but even if he didn't force a ton of turnovers, Minkah still had a really, really good season, had a ton of tackles. I want to extend him to a long-term deal, so we will be offering him 52.5 over 5, and he returns. Mike Kiseki was someone that kind of disappointed me this year at times, but then he came alive in the playoffs. He's a good route runner. He's got decent enough speed. He's got great catching. Would love for him to haul in some more passes. He's good after the catch. Mike Gesicki is certainly someone we'd like to have come back. He's got a bunch of traits. He's got like all of them. So we definitely want him to return. He is a starting tight end. He is a beast. And we run multiple tight end sets pretty frequently. And Mike Gesicki resigns. That's big. Cody Whitehair is a 30-year-old center. He looks like he's going to get pretty expensive. He's playing up a lot due to morale. He's really only an 81 overall. But another guy that I would like to extend to a long-term deal, 3-year deal, and he does not want to sign. What's the franchise tag for a center? 12? We'll consider it. Kalen Ballage is here. Backup running back, has played okay. He's pretty cheap, and he's pretty talented still. He's someone that I would want to extend to a long-term deal as well. This really isn't that big of a cap hit. And Kalen Ballage is back. Preston Williams is another one. He's been like the staple of this series, you could say, up until Ray Stevens kind of took over, and he's just getting better and better and better. He's not much of a route runner, but he's our go-up-and-get-it guy. He's our red zone threat. That's the role that we want to use him in. He's someone that I'd like to return as well. His personality is spontaneous, so I don't know what that means for these negotiations, but he's definitely someone I would like to have return long-term. And Preston Williams is back as well. Jason Sanders, our starting kicker. Probably going to be too expensive. We can probably, in order to save money, we can go up and offer him a contract in free agency, as he wants to play for a new team. The rest, I don't really care for. Cody Whitehair is an interesting decision. He's a good run blocker, not a great pass blocker. We're going to franchise tag Cody Whitehair. Just need another deal, another year with him. It'll give us time to make that decision. Cody Whitehair has to return. He's a great run blocker. A lot of our offense revolves around Ezekiel Elliott being a great runner. We need a good center to kind of keep pushing the pile. In free agency, we don't have a ton of money. 7.5 mil. Travis Kelce's here. J.J. Watt, Leighton Vander Esch, Mitchell Schwartz. Can't really afford any of these guys. Although, I guess there is potential to bring in Mitchell Schwartz for a cheap deal. I don't know if we'll even have the money for this. 42 total points? No, there's absolutely no way we can get Mitchell Schwartz. We have Zane Herron anyway, who's disappointed, but he's not that bad. And then we'll go in kicker and could bring back Jason Sanders. Could bring in Will Lutz. I think we'll keep Jake Sanders, though. Or Jason Sanders, excuse me. Did I say Jason? Can't always say the right name, I guess. So we'll offer him next to nothing, and I'm sure he's going to sign. Maybe extend that just a bit. 51 total points. Pretty good contract for him. And other than that, I mean, we don't really have the money to kind of be competitive. Traquan Smith would be a cool addition, but that's just not going to happen realistically, is it? We just don't really have the money. So we'll see if we sign Jason Sanders. We were aggressive, hyper-aggressive, you could say, in last free agency. They're not all going to be super aggressive free agency periods. It's just you got to re-sign some of the talent that you have. And we did a good job of that. We franchise tagged Cody Whitehair, which took away more money. But Jason Sanders does end up returning. As far as fifth-year options, Christian Wilkins' contract is expected to expire a year from now. Does he factor into your long-term plans for the team? I would say yes. And we do want to pick up his fifth-year option. So we push that contract off another year, which is exactly fine. That's perfect. We'll advance to free agency 4 where nothing's going to happen. And then we are set up for the 2022 NFL Draft. I don't know how aggressive we're going to be. We pick a number 21 overall. It is our first of 2. Or we traded our first round pick to somebody else. We have a second, we have a 6th, and we have a 7th. So we're going to kind of look around the board, see what we might want to do. Raymond Suttle looks like he's a pretty good player, a little slow. Also, we're not really going to be in a position to trade up for him. So we talked about the positions we wanted. Cornerback. There are some good players here. Jamil Stevens out of Cincinnati seems like he would fit the bill pretty well. A little bit slow, but seems to be a pretty good player. I like him. Could bring in another safety. There are some talented players here. Already a lot of guys on my board. I've been working this over the course of this thing. And this is interesting. Usually I'm live during these. Of course, I explain why I couldn't be. But usually we get some chat feedback and talk about who the chat wants and things like that. So this is a little bit different for me. But as I said, I do have some players on the draft board. I do have a pretty good idea of the positions we want to go after. There are some great players like Andrew Ellington out of South Carolina, not to be confused with Andre Ellington. I don't think Andre Ellington went to South Carolina, but it doesn't sound wrong. Andre Ellington, he went to Clemson, so in South Carolina, but not South Carolina. For sure not South Carolina. There's some good offensive linemen, like Tyler Donaldson out of Boise State at left tackle. Some decent players as well, but no one that's going to come in and start, really. And that wide receiver, like Lawrence Levy, looks like he could be a pretty good player. 5'9" only, but offers a lot of speed. We'll probably add him to the board. Jeff Stackhouse looks like he could be a pretty talented player. There's some good value. And then a running back. Not that we really need a running back, especially not in the first round, but there's some talent here, although they're certainly not amazing. The best one, really, bang for our buck, is Silas Granville, receiving back, but he's a little bit slow. And then a quarterback, we're not really looking for that at all. But really, the main question here is, do we move up for this cornerback, Jamil Stevens? Will he be available at 21? I would say it's unlikely. But we'll get a little bit closer and then make that decision as Robert Bigby, a linebacker, goes number 1 overall to the Oakland Raiders. The Patriots take a 75 overall middle linebacker, Jalen Boston, out of Washington State. Eagles, Brock Orton, another linebacker. 3 straight linebackers. Only a 73 overall. Jags take Raymond Suttle, 73 overall wide receiver out of Oregon. Another linebacker in the top 5 is Montre Livingston out of Michigan State, 75 overall. Shaquille Trapp, defensive tackle out of LSU. Okay, Shaquille. Of course, famous Shaquille O'Neal went to LSU as well. Wade Washington, quarterback, goes off the board. Stays pretty local, Michigan State to Green Bay. As Andrew Ellington is an 80 overall. Could have been a player we moved up for, but seemed unrealistic. Chauncey Rogers to the Falcons. Nick Malone, running back, off the board to the Bengals. The Rams go Joey Coco Diaz. You guys know Joey Diaz? How many cornerbacks are there? Jamil Stevens is a little bit down the board. He might be available at 21. But if 2 cornerbacks fly off, might consider moving up. Steelers at number 14. There goes a free safety, Bruce Dillard, out of Georgia. And there goes Jamil Stevens. He's the first corner off the board out of Cincinnati. The first corner, even though he was number 4. That's annoying. And he probably would have been my pick at number 21. That certainly is frustrating. That really is. He's only a 76, but it is frustrating we couldn't land him nonetheless. There goes another corner. Giants take a left tackle. It looks pretty bad. I'm used to that. Seahawks go Devontae Arkin. The Browns take Sean Brinkley as cornerbacks are flying off, and we're not going to go corner. My plan kind of got ruined a little bit. There's a good speed rusher in Felix Darden out of Wyoming. He looks all right, only 6'1", but we don't really need him. So I think I'm going to take this receiver, Lawrence Levy out of South Carolina, only 5'9". Doesn't offer a lot of size, but he's very fast. 4.39 speed. Good 3-cone, good 20-yard shuttle, so we know he's very agile. He's got some good top skills. Lawrence Levy. We're going to say Levy. Lawrence Levy out of South Carolina, the Gamecock. Welcome to the Miami Dolphins. He is a 76 overall, number 3 in the class. So this draft class is kind of terrible. Only normal development, which sucks. But he's the 3rd best player in the class. We got him at 21. 94 speed. Good acceleration, decent catching. He looks a lot like Ray Stevens looked coming out of the draft. He's got the aggressive catch trait, decent juke move. He's an okay player. This is just a bad draft class, is really what that comes down to. So I'm not really sure what we have with him. I'm not sure what his role is going to be. But we're going to simulate now to the end of the 2nd round. And you can't really complain because we got the 3rd best player in the class, but I don't think that's going to be a stud for us in the future. Certainly will be interesting. The draft board, we have Carlos Bean here out of Southern Utah. A little bit slow, but he's decent ability-wise. And then there is an edge rusher here, Darrell Thompson, who looks like he's a first-round talent. Pretty fast, a little bit small. Could be an option. Another receiver. Let's go Carlos Bean, though, the safety out of Southern Utah. He is a 69 overall. Nice. Number 31 in the class. We took him at 63. Could play over Anton Scott. Looks a lot like Titus Avant, though. 87 speed, 74 zone, 78 hit power. This is just a super weak draft class. There's not a whole lot there. We've done pretty well with where we've picked, but it was a weak class. And we didn't really need a whole lot in the draft anyway, as players continue to develop, but we certainly did not hit this one out of the park. We did it as best as we could, but I mean, there just weren't great players available. As here we are in the 6th round. No one's going to be on my board, so we'll see what's scouted, as there's not a whole lot scouted at all. Maybe we'll look at high combine grade offensive linemen who are strong. B pass block, we know. It's not too bad. Maybe we'll take him. Dave Douglas, welcome to the team. He's horrifically bad, but he's got 76 pass block. Okay, Dave. I think that's going to do it for our draft. Wow. What do you even say about this? It was a super quick offseason video. We're going to play a preseason game. Really, really strange, man. But I mean, what do you expect? There's we got a top 5 player in the draft, but only normal development. Carlos Bean, 69 overall, only normal development. There's not a whole lot to even say about this class, man. It was disappointing. And again, I don't know where some of these players are going to play as we simulate now to the preseason. We're an 88 overall. We do need some backups. I don't know how much Levy's going to play his rookie year. We got Devontae Parker. Is he regressing now that he's 29? He is regressing quite a bit, actually. Ray Stevens, I guess, is our number 1. I still want him in the slot, though. I don't know. We're in an interesting spot. I don't really know where we go from here in terms of some of these players. Wide receiver is just such an odd position for us. We might look to make a trade right now for a big receiver. That might be the move. Okay, so this is the big trade of the offseason, and it really is a big one. We are trading Devontae Parker, who is 29. He's regressing now. We're trading Byron Murphy, who looked awful last year. Now, that being said, he's a decent cornerback in terms of overall, so it's not going to be easy to replace him. We have Matt Harris, who is going to take on a much bigger role this season. And we are trading a first-round pick. In return, we are getting DJ Moore. He's a young, talented receiver, formerly of the Carolina Panthers now. Now, of course, of the Miami Dolphins, he's got star development, and he is the new highest overall receiver on our team. Now, I wish he had higher than star development. We'll see if we can get maybe a development challenge of some sort. But yep, DJ Moore is the newest member of the Miami Dolphins. So that is your big offseason trade. In Season 1, offseason, we had some big draft picks. In Season 2, we had a big signing. In Ezekiel Elliott, Season 3, we have a big trade. DJ Moore, you are the newest Dolphin. It's an interesting trade. I know, of course, it's going to get backlash either way, but I think it's a big addition to our team. We needed a stud receiver, and DJ Moore is certainly a good replacement to Devontae Parker. Now, Darius Geiss is in free agency. That'd be a player I'm interested in signing. He's kind of like an upgraded Kalen Ballage, 90 speed, 95 trucking. Why is he not on a team? I don't know, but he's now going to be on our team. In a throwback, I wish the Giants franchise we get Kyle Lauletta. We do not have the money to do that. So now instead, in a throwback to 49ers franchise of Madden 18, we're going to sign CJ Beathard to be a backup quarterback for us. Some big changes going into season number 4 now. I still want Ray Stevens to be in the slot. Here's how the team's going to shape up. Lawrence Ross, we got CJ Beathard, Chauncey Herndon. Halfback's going to be Ezekiel Elliott, Darius Geiss, Kalen Ballage. Fullback, of course, Chandler Cox. Receiver, we got DJ Moore, Ray Stevens, Preston Williams, Lawrence Levy, Jakeem Grant. It's a good 5. Tight ends, Mike Kiseki, Adam Winkler, Nick O'Leary, the group you're used to now. Laramie Tunsil at left tackle. Left guard will be Ali Marpet. Center, Cody Whitehair. Right guard is going to be Victor Dunn. Right tackle, Zane Herron. You better take a step up this year. Trey Key at left end. Right end, of course, Eric Browning. Defensive tackle, we have Alonzo Wood and Christian Wilkins. Left outside linebacker, Jerome Baker. Middle linebackers, Raekwon McMillan. Andrew Van Ginkel will come in as well. Trey Lamar we have. Right outside linebacker, DeAndre Hubbard. Raheem Scroggins probably should be moved down to defensive end, as that's what he is. But he's fine. Cornerback, we got Kendall Fuller, Xavier Howard. Kendall Fuller is going to move down to number 2. He's also going to play the slot. Matt Harris, you got a big role this year. Big role. It'll be interesting to see how he adapts to that, as he's going to be coming in a lot. I think Kendall Fuller we're going to keep on the boundary then this year. And we'll have Matt Harris play the nickel, as it's less of an intensive role. Minkah Fitzpatrick at free safety. Strong safety, we got Titus Avant, Anton Scott, Maurice Smith. Maybe one of these guys will play the nickel. Maybe Anton Scott will be our nickel corner. Kicker, Jason Sanders. Punter, Matt Hawk. Kick returner, we got Jakeem Grant back there. Matt, let's get Lawrence Levy some touches. Punt returner, put Lawrence Levy at number 2. Jakeem Grant at number 1. Kickoff specialist, Matt Hawk. Long snapper, Ali Marpet. Third down running back is going to be Zeke. Power back, Zeke. Although Darius Geiss will come in and be a backup. And probably should be our third down running back as well, at least over Chandler Cox. Slot receiver is going to be Ray Stevens. I think that's the role where he's best. So we're going to have him there. Jakeem Grant at 2, and then Lawrence Levy. Maybe we'll switch those. And then Preston Williams 4. Rush left end is going to be Trey Key. Rush right end is going to be Eric Browning. Rush D tackle, Alonzo Wood, Christian Wilkins. I like that. Sub linebacker, Jerome Baker, of course, and DeAndre Hubbard, Raekwon McMillan. Slot corner. This is the tough part. Probably Matt Harris. I think Matt Harris is going to be best. No zone coverage for him, but he's a decent tackler. Again, a much bigger role from him stepping up this year. So that's going to be the main storyline, I guess, for Season 4 is, can Matt Harris step up and do what Byron Murphy really couldn't for us? We got some upgrades. None of note. And I suppose let's go ahead and hop into preseason week 1. We're headed to MetLife. Let's go ahead and play the moments. 87 overall. I expect big things this year, as I do every year at this point. All right, jumping in, red zone alert. We're going to see the offense for the first time. Giants have Taco Charlton. Of course, we have 3 X Factors now on offense. Ray Stevens got that at the end of the year last time. And we'll give Zeke a touch to start things off here for the official start of season number 4. He gets next to nothing. I think we got a lot of tight ends in. I'm going to throw to one of them. It's Mike Kiseki. He fights close to the first down marker. It is preseason. We're not going to be settling for field goals on 4th and inches. I will guarantee you that much. This is fun. 4th and inches. Read option. Ray Stevens. We're going to hand it off to Balaj, and I think he got it. No? What do you mean? Might see some more Wildcat this year. We'll try it again. Here's Ray Stevens as our Wildcat QB. We'll see if they read the quarterback, and they do. So not a good spin move. I tried to hand it off, and it didn't do it. 3rd down alert. 3rd and 11. Definitely going to go gun here. That's the start of the 2nd quarter. Okay. Backups are now in. We got CJ Beathard, Adam Winkler in there. We got Levy. Going to be interesting to see what he can do as a rookie. As Beathard, his bullet pass is so slow. That thing came out so slow, and that was a bullet pass. Oh, he's terrible. I wish we could see the defense. I'm getting all these red zone alerts. It's like we have CJ Beathard, Darius Geiss in here now. Beathard's terrible. Did he throw that, though? Nice. Come out again. Ray Stevens back in the game. Read option again. Up the middle. We don't get it. Finally a defensive moment, though. So we get to see some guys out here. None that you're really going to be familiar with. And we're coming in so we can watch them take a field goal. Sick, dude. I feel like every time we come out in Wildcat, they blitz, though, and we can't get out of it. We could have something with the power read. Ray Stevens is quite fast. Now, when they bring up the safeties, it kind of puts us in a tough spot. But, we're going to figure it out. I want to, like, almost exclusively run Wildcat for the rest of this game just to figure out what we can do here. Now, I don't want the play action on the slot streak, but that's the only option for it. So if they blitz, we're kind of screwed. We'd have to scramble with Ray Stevens. Okay. Like, what is this episode? If Wildcat's effective, we're going to figure out a way to make it effective. Matt Harrison here, Anton Scott. Who's the quarterback for the Giants? It doesn't matter. That's Matt Harris. Showcasing a lot of speed for us. Fire off the edge. I'll take it. I wish we could audible. That's like my main thing I wish we could do. I don't know if we're going to find a way to make it work, though, honestly. I feel like I can only try it a few more times before I'm like, okay, this play is terrible. I really don't know. I want to make it work because I think this is, like, it'd be fun. Jesus, I did not mean to throw to CJ Beathard there. And Ray Stevens is not a quarterback. Can you throw that on the run? I mean, he just doesn't have the arm strength. They want us to go for it here? That makes no sense. All right. Yeah, it's pretty awful. Nice tackle, Anton Scott. That's why you don't play. Wrap up. Make a hit. Do something. Who is their starting quarterback if Daniel Jones is in the 4th quarter of a preseason game in 2022? That was mine. Yeah, I mean, I had to cover the open man, and I left open a man by doing it. So, oh, that's why we go. I don't know why I thought we were the Giants, because I'm a Giants fan, I guess. We were down. That's why we went for it. Yeah, I'm clearly putting in a lot of effort here and a lot of thought. Really trying my all in this preseason game. Trust me, guys. I'll tell you, Beathard is so bad, though, that there's almost not even a point. As Winkler is showing out. Couldn't get to the sideline. So clock's going to keep ticking. We're not going to bother with the timeouts. DJ Moore back on the field. That's not what we want in this situation. Why? They're tired, so we got Zeke and DJ Moore back out here. But DJ Moore wide open. First touchdown as a Dolphin. Comes in the preseason. I'll take it. All right, so that is the game after a face mask. They're just going to go ahead and knee it. And, yeah, we lose our first preseason game. We were trying out some new things. Not mad about it at all, obviously. Doesn't matter. But we're going to come out into preseason game 2, and I think things are going to work a little bit differently. Preseason week 2, we do have some upgrades. Trey Lamar. Okay, Trey, former Clemson Tiger, gets an upgrade there as we will go and play the moments back in Miami. Chiefs are down with 75 overall. They have not progressed well, and it looks like they lost Travis Kelce. I looked quickly, but I didn't think I saw his name there, and he was a free agent. So starting defense is out here, 3rd and 9. We're going to send pressure at Patrick Mahomes. Let's see what the defense is capable of. Might be running a lot less nickel this year. with Matt Harris, and I kind of got exposed there, but it's a great play by Minka somehow to knock that away. And nearly intercepted by DeAndre Hubbard in a weird-looking play. We have 5 receivers wide. I think we're in such a good spot. We're going to throw it up to Ray Stevens. And Ray Stevens has it. Oh my goodness, what a catch. We are now at the 21, so a touchdown here to Ray Stevens would give him Most. Because it's a 20-yard gain, so we're going to throw it at him. And Ray Stevens caught the ball. Oh my goodness. What is this, rookie difficulty? That's a joke. Ray Stevens is a beast, dude. And now it's 3rd and 1. He wins 55-yard plus aggressive catches. But here's the thing. Like, would it work from here? I know this is not 55-yard plus if we're going to throw it to DJ Moore. But does he just win, like, any aggressive catch? Or does it have to be? I assume it would have to be. I mean, we're going to throw it to him. And we're just going to see what he's capable of. It's pretty badly overthrown. So Ray Stevens is out of the zone? No! We just got him in the zone. Stevens, go up and get it. Oh, it's intercepted. What a play by Jalen Mills. If you guys thought I was throwing it up to Ray Stevens relentlessly last year, Season 4, you don't even realize. It's a whole nother thing coming. He's getting targeted every play. Preston Williams fights off a tackle. Chance for the defense here. 1st and goal from the 6. And they just beat man coverage. Our man coverage is so bad. And we are now into the 3rd quarter. 3rd down alert as the backups will be in. Here's CJ Beathard. Darius Geiss, the rookie. Lawrence Levy, wide left. We could have the nice Lawrence to Lawrence connection in general. As what is going on with these aggressive catches in preseason? Adam Winkler. Another slant to Levy. I mean, he's got some pretty good speed, pretty good burst after the catch. But it'll just be interesting to see how much we use him. Because Jakeem Grant's someone that played a little bit, and he's kind of buried in the depth chart now. As we throw another slant. There's Levy. I feel like I keep calling him Levy. I feel like I go back and forth. It's a great signature celebration there for Levy. Just stunned, has no idea what he's doing. Jerome Baker's in. Gee, what is happening in the secondary? Okay. Not much. Yeah, CJ Beathard's terrible. If Lawrence Ross gets injured, the season's over. 4th and 4, we are going for it. We're down by 8. Slant wide open. It's a Lawrence Levy touchdown. Oh, he's going to score that. Okay. Gotta love the effort by the backups. Oh, what's that? There's not effort at all? Oh, yeah, you're right. 1st and goal. Who's going to get open? It looks like it is Lawrence Levy. Okay. He actually was the only one who really got open. It's his 3rd touchdown of the game. We might have something there. One breakout challenge. He goes up to star development. You never know. See if we can get a stop on 3rd and 6. Give our offense a chance to win it. And it's a screen. Nice throwaway. All right, 1:44. CJ Beathard. This is your team now. It's your time to shine. Okay, I do want to point out, also, Lawrence Levy, what a catch. I do want to point out how great a job I did avoiding the sack there. Hey, maybe Season 4 Bengal might be coming to play. Don't sleep on me, as they say. It's so hard to look at everything at the same time for me. I don't know how some of you guys do it. Like, you can't look at the routes while looking down. Like, do you have the smallest TV screens ever? I don't know how I'm supposed to do both simultaneously. Especially when there's a guy that wins immediately every time. Do we have that? Beathard has the longest release ever, but Geiss is open, and he caught it. Darius Geiss, 39-yard receiving touchdown as we take a 34-31 lead with 2 seconds to play. What a comeback. And they run it. Yeah, nice gain, man. Lawrence Levy, 11 catches, 150 yards, 3 touchdowns. Rookie coming to play. Has some player upgrades. I would hope Lawrence Levy's in there. He's not. How do you catch 3 touchdowns in preseason? You don't even get a skill point. He got 354 XP for 3 receiving touchdowns? That feels like way too little. How are you supposed to upgrade players in this? What's the point? I accidentally simmed there. What's the point of a preseason standout? Don't tell me there's a big injury. Oh, it's Vitus Hrinkevich. He ruptured his disc. Oh no, man. He looked so promising at center for us. Ali Marpet is back. We got to cut 9 players. Jamichael Phillips can say, Randy Israel, you're gone. Dave Douglas, I know we drafted you, but you're gone. I want to keep these star development. Chauncey Herndon, we're going to cut. Dre Ingram, we're going to cut. Andrew Curry, we're going to cut. John Ursua, we're going to cut. Got to cut 3 players now. It's not going to be Anton Scott. We're going to move Cameron Hobbs to our practice squad. We're going to cut Keenan Sanford, and we're going to move Quentin Smart to our practice squad. That works. Okay. Playing the Moments versus the Seahawks to end the preseason. There are 75 overall. We'll see what our backups are capable of to end this offseason. Let's lowball Ray Stevens into the end zone. Oh, he got bumped. And it's picked? What? Where's the interception there? Bradley McDougald? How did that even happen? All right, CJ Beathard in the game now as we start the second quarter. Do we have that? I think we do. Kalen Ballage. Oh my goodness, he caught it. How did none of the defensive backs make a play on that ball? If this is how season 4 is going to play, I'm down. I throw the ball and they catch it. I like it. Coming up to the end of the second quarter, Levy's going to be wide open. Beathard hits him. Touchdown. His signature is not having one. His signature is just standing there, like he just saw his parents get murdered. And he doesn't know how to react. He's in shock. That's going to be his signature celebration, is just so shocked that he just scored a touchdown he can't even react every time. They're going for it on 4th down. They don't really have a choice. Jarrett Stidham is their quarterback. 4th and 6 from about midfield. He's going to run at him. Yeah, it's a good play. Oh, he's still going. Dude, our backups don't tackle for anything. Oh my God. Callahan has a 49-yard TD. Bring him in for the field goal. I'm not doing it. Not kicking field goals in preseason. The CPU can handle it. They're going for it on 4th again. They'll probably catch it and pick up the difference after the catch. I know I should have been there in the last one. I chose to rush the QB instead. Dude, Dickerson didn't even react. My corners are so bad. 3rd and 10. I keep trying to throw to the sideline with Beathard, and it's not working out. There's a flag. Is that a hold? This is a primetime game? Ugh. It is a hold. They'll probably just let it go, though. Let's see if we can make a stop and actually win the game. They were doing a great job of choking away. They brought in Tyler Lockett. They're going deep. Somebody make a play on the ball. Okay. RPO. Here's the screen to Jakeem Grant. We're going to juke back in. And they're calling timeouts, but that's pretty much going to be the game. A field goal certainly wins it, but all we have to do is waste time. Field goal should win the game here. A little bit of time left, 40 or so seconds. We're going to let it go here. Got a little bit of wind. I don't think I'm going to push this wide. No. Cuts it back across. 23-14, 35 seconds to play, no timeouts. We will win yet another preseason game. I don't know. I mean, Lawrence Levy looked really, really good. I still don't know how I want to say his name. I feel like I'm going to say Levy a lot, even though I want to say Levy. So, tough spot there. Did anybody look good on defense? Hard to tell. We'll take a look at the preseason stats. CJ Beathard was first in the NFL in passing yards and touchdowns. He had a great preseason. Lawrence Ross was way worse. Interesting. Rushing, Zeke looked awesome, but Darius Geiss also was quite good. Kalen Ballage, not so good. Receiving, Lawrence Levy, I mean, he really did all his work in a few games that we were playing with him. DJ Moore played really well. Adam Winkler made a lot of nice catches. Kiseki barely got involved. That's like a half for him or a game sometimes. Sacks, we have 2.5 for Christian Wilkins, 2 for Alonzo Wood. So there are no real backups making any plays. 1 pick for Xavier Howard. But that is the preseason. That's going to do it for me here for the off-season video. I hope you guys enjoyed. We got week 1 against the Detroit Lions. So look forward to that one. Should be a blast. Hope you guys are excited for this season. I will see you in the next one. Take it easy.